Here are the top 5 things that I would do as a technology integrator to get my house ready for technology during construction. The first and most important thing is the internet demarcation run. Now, we've talked about this in a few other videos, but basically this is the line that connects the inside of your house to the internet service on the outside of your house. Some of you may have experienced this before where the internet service provider, whether it's AT&T, Xfinity, they come into your house and they put their gateway right in your living room or right in your kitchen or right in the entryway because they have to. There's no other way they can get a line in there. And so if you run the line before construction is over, before drywall goes in, it's much, much easier to get your internet service to where you want it to be. The second thing I would do is connect your TV areas to your media console areas with a conduit. And so that allows you to have a connection between where your TV is going to go to where all your other devices are going to go. Your gaming consoles, receivers, Apple TV boxes, whatever you're using to stream to your TV. And this conduit allows you to pull any wires or HDMI cables through there. It doesn't sound like you might need it right when you begin, but when you realize you need to connect your TV to your receiver or your TV to your gaming console, you're going to be so glad you have a nice conduit connecting those two, making it easy to pull those wires through. The third thing is Cat 6 wires. We recommend you just run as many as you can to as many spots as you can afford. The big ones are TVs, Wi-Fi access points, cameras. Those are sort of the big 3 to connect with Cat 6 wires. But the key here is to wire up your home with that low voltage wire so that you can have a hardwired connection with a lot of your devices and not rely on Wi-Fi for your entire house to operate. And those hardwired lines are going to be key as you live in the house and for future proofing. The fourth thing, and this may sound simple, but it's easy to forget in a lot of spaces, is put outlets where your TVs are going to go. If you know you're going to have a TV there, you should put an outlet there. We've had a lot of people who move into a new house, they just built it custom, they knew there was going to be a TV there, and there's no electrical outlet where the TV is going to go. And so several times we walked into job sites and reminding people, hey, you got to put an outlet here if you're going to put a TV there. You can always add outlets later, but it's much harder once the drywall goes up. So it's easy to do for pre-construction, so keep that in mind. The fifth thing that we would do to prep a house for technology is run speaker wire. And so that speaker wire can go to a lot of different locations where you think you might have speakers later. You might have in-wall speakers, in-ceiling speakers, subwoofers. It's very easy to forget that. And then when you want to have a nice sound system, the first thing that we think about is how are you going to get the wires there? There's a lot of ways to run wire afterwards, but it's never going to look as good as when you run it beforehand. And a lot of times you can run the wire and then just not install the speakers if you're not sure you want them. But if you do want them later on, it's easy to just cut a hole out and the wire is right there. And it's going to save you a ton of time and money in the future. And it's very easy to run those during construction versus running them afterwards. So there you go. There's 5 things we would do to prep a house for construction. There's a lot of other things that we would do too, but those are definitely the first 5 that come to mind whenever we're walking through a new house construction site. So good luck with your construction job and call us if you have any questions.